Celtic had a chance to bury Rangers this season, according to Chris Sutton, and all they've done is bury their hopes of a 54th league title. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. And obviously, we all know the Celtic board has come under a lot of criticism for the January transfer window, or should I say lack of transfer window. They made 2 signings. None of them have been overly impressive, and Chris Sutton isn't happy about it. Peter Lawwell issued the club's interim financial report last week with the bank balance looking extremely healthy. But like I said, there was no big signings made in the winter break, and the league title isn't won based on a healthy bank balance. It's won based on the players and managers. It's won based on winning games and collecting points. And for Sutton, he thinks that the transfer window was unforgivable and that Celtic should have strengthened and they should have increased their gap over Rangers. So speaking on Sky Sports, Sutton went through the summer signings and addressed their success rates while admitting the Hoops chucked away their lead as well as their best chance of winning the title through their own doing. And of course, this season it feels like the title is more important than ever, with the Champions League being extended with more games next season. It's worth more than ever, approximately £60 million, and you can definitely argue whoever won the league this year wasn't getting just a title, they were getting a significant amount of money, which could put them ahead of their rivals for the foreseeable future. Anyway, regarding the financial report and the January transfer signings, Sutton said the following, quote, "Oh blimey, where do you start? It took a while to come out. The biggest take I took from it was the line about identified targets being unavailable. Normally, the way I understand it works at a football club is if you don't get your top targets, then you work down the list." Peter Lawwell acknowledged and understood the frustration from the support in January, but this has been going on for a long time. If you look at the recruitment in the summer, the 9 players Celtic signed, it's a jumbled, muddled thinking. Look at the centre-half situation. Mike Naroki hasn't really been a regular. Lager Bielka, Brendan has discarded very early on. Nat Phillips came in. Look at Marco Tilio. He scored a brilliant goal for Melbourne City at the weekend. He's gone back there. Bernardo hasn't cracked on. You can go through all the summer signings. Lewis Palmer not getting a game today. His numbers have been okay, but something hasn't been right. Celtic failed to prepare for the Champions League and finished bottom, which was bitterly disappointing. And in January, they weren't ready as well. Left back has been a position that's been screaming for Celtic to sign somebody. They haven't done that. I think Celtic supporters look at it this way. They had a chance in the summer to absolutely bury Rangers and win the league, get the Champions League riches, and that hasn't happened. I suppose you chuck into the bargain that 3 Rangers signings in January scored yesterday, and that will add to the frustration of the Celtic support. End of quote. So Sutton comparing the signings. The Rangers signings have come in, they've all done well, they look to be good signings. The Celtic signings, on the other hand, Kuhn hasn't been impressive. Idea is scoring goals, but he doesn't seem to be that great, and I think they need it more than 2 players. So I 100% agree with Sutton. Celtic, with all that money, had a chance to strengthen the squad this season to put themselves ahead of Rangers, not just for this year, but the foreseeable future. Get the Champions League money and, further add to that healthy war chest that they're always bragging about. But they haven't done that. They've went backwards this season. They've been caught by Rangers, and now they're chasing Rangers after years of dominating in Scotland, and I don't think Celtic are going to catch them, and I think this will come back to haunt them come the end of the season. They should have spent more. They should have spent more wisely as well. They spent a decent amount in the summer, but majority of the signings were wasteful. They were shit, and they've actually weakened the squad. You look at all the players they brought in. How many first-team players have they actually brought in? Out of all the signings Celtic have made, how many actually go into the first 11 when everybody's fully fit? I think you can argue none. Maybe only Lewis Palmer, but even then, for me, that is a maybe. Anyway, guys, that's it. Sutton thinks that Rangers should have been buried. That's not quite happened. The Rangers have unburied themselves. They've came back for the dead, and it looks like they're going to get title 56. But we'll see as this championship race goes down to the wire. I'll catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.